But at the end of the day, I think Ashley needs to compose herself a little bit better. But she's also 23. Like, I don't know, man. That's a young age. It's a complicated thing. She's away from home. I don't know if she has like a support system at home for other things, but she's really got nobody here.
Not her sister either. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no. But I think Gary mentions like this is why he doesn't hook up with immature people.
Yeah.
I think he regrets it.
So there's just this whole thing about being immature this season. It's like Ashley thinks she's so mature. Tom was immature. Now, like, Ashley's the most immature one on both, and that's
thing, tough.
Because all Kelsey keeps talking about is her bowel movements. So it's a low bar here.
You're right. Ashley had to keep Tom on there.
Yeah,
because she psychologically bossed Tom around too.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like that, she needs that. Yeah.
Yeah. So Daisy, so they come back from their smoke break. Daisy gives Ashley the one-liner about jealousy in the corner, when she basically says, "Oh, but Daisy, you kiss Gary every night." So that was a great line by Daisy. I think Daisy's pretty much had enough of Ashley at this point, and that is part of the drive why she doesn't want her to be second still. She's just kind of just gets on her nerves and doesn't like her right now, which is like, it's hard to promote that person, right?
Yeah, because I think like Ashley was pretty good at sucking up to Daisy early in the season.
Yeah,
when Gabriella was still there, but yeah, I think it's easy to grow tired of Ashley. And like, if you want to go to the hot tub, they're trying to have a party. There's foam in the hot tub.
Yeah,
Ashley ruins that.
Yep.
Where should we start with a hot tub part? The flossing?
Well, I want to talk about the cab ride, actually, Sean.
Oh, of course.
The cab ride back. You got Gary, Scarlett, Daisy, and Barnaby having an absolute blast. We've got road sodas. They're all sitting on the same part of the cab. Gary's kind of spitting or he's smitten with Scarlett already. If I've never wanted to be in a cab more than that one in my life, I'll tell you that.
That was a great cab ride. Gary's over American chicks.
Over it, yep.
That's tougher how the ladies in the States right now. Yeah.
Except Scarlett, obviously. Or probably the next US woman that he meets. So there's a caveat there. There's an asterisk there.
Good move. That was a good move too, because he's like sort of negging Scarlett a tiny bit, but also being super eager the entire time.
Yeah. Always keep him guessing. So Sean, I want to talk about the hot tub here. We were getting exactly what we wanted, Sean. We had drinks. We had bathing suits. We had bubbles. And I thought Gary was well on his way to him and Scarlett at least getting to first base here. And tequila drinking Ashley kind of ruins it for everyone.
Oh, 100%.
She is, and I'm drawing a blank here, Sean, who is the girl from Sailing Yacht last year? The
Sydney.
She plays the perfect Sydney role here. We've always said Ashley's the villain of the season, and she kind of ruined the hot tub. It was great. Everybody was there. It was a good time, and just basically wants to get all of Gary's attention. Gary wants none of it. Vibe killed.
What she goes like, "Hey everyone, I'm over Gary."
Yeah,
which we know she's not, but like, and that was it. Yeah, they were flossing too. The popular dance that's still around for some reason.
Yep.
Right, because this is filmed in 2021. I feel like that dance move like kind of peaked in 2018.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. I mean,
yeah,
like
it's fun to do. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Ashley just kills it so fast. And Gary was gonna hook up with somebody, and nothing. That was it. They go back inside, and then people start eating food, including Ashley.
And she eats 12 pounds of pasta in one gulp. It was. I mean, you could tell she was like pretty close. Like she was really drunk. You could see like her pupils were really dilated, which I think is the thing. And she says she doesn't remember eating it, which maybe she does. She just doesn't want people to admit it. I'm just kidding. That's a Gary callback. But no, she gets really drunk. She goes to lay down, throws up. Scarlett doesn't know what to think at this point, man. Like,
John, question for you. Your first day on a boat. Okay, now, forget about the first day on a boat. You just take a shower.
yeah.
As soon as you exit the shower, someone pukes uncontrollably in that bathroom. Are you still clean?
Barely. But the room's gonna stink, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. The room is gonna stink. Like, I would shower in the I would wait for that to be clearing. Somehow, like, Febreze the whole place or air it out.
And then re-shower.
Dude, that's bad though.
She ruined the shower.
Yeah.
I know, man.
It's tough. But
first day on a boat too.
Yeah, I can.
Scarlett was basically naked.
And yeah, they had to like blur out her boobs.
Yeah, and that's tough.
Yeah, and I don't know. If I'm Scarlett, I don't know what to think at this point. You got this guy kind of like not aggressive, like hitting on you. You've got a girl he probably just had sex with, is your roommate and an absolute mess, and everything in between. So she takes it in good spirits. I think she kind of like, she's like, I'm freaking out, but at the same time, she seems fine. So, Sean, I want to ask you a couple questions here. After the next morning, when Ashley's like hungover and all this, she says that all that she has going for her right now is that Scarlett has less experience than her, and that she has a confidence boost because Scarlett is clueless. To me, like, Ashley seems like the worst boss in the world.
Like, she wants her employee. Scarlett's not her employee, but in her mind she is.
Yeah.
She wants him to be bad so she'll look better.
Exactly. Which that's not how things get done. And that's exactly why Daisy was like, yeah, we all need to work as a team, not this whole like shit rolls downhill type of deal, which I feel like is what Ashley is like waiting for.
Daisy makes the best point. Like, of course you know a little bit more. You've been on the boat the entire time.
Yeah.
You know where everything goes.
There was this point where it's just like Daisy basically said no without directly saying no. And Ashley just goes, but I have more experience. all right, Ashley, you're still not like, if you're like the number 2 at a company and the number 1 leaves, you don't automatically become number 1 because you might not be number 1 material.
Outside hire. Yeah,
exactly. So,
or just non-promote. They get rid of the title, basically.
Yeah,
they get rid of the job. Yeah.
Right.
Like, if you're in line to be the vice president of a company and the vice president leaves and the company's just like, you know what, we don't want to pay that person.
Yeah.
So we're not going to have that title anymore.
It's a tough look. I feel like
that's tough.
I think it was like Disney that had like co-CEOs for a long time. And there's like, yeah, it was like Bob Iger and whoever replaced him now. But they because like the succession plan didn't exactly go to plan. But there's like some good read on that. But Sean, let's look at next charter. So we've got Kelly Washburn coming back. So she was part of was it Rose? Or it was part of the
Erica Rose's chart last year. Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they're good enough friends where they're going to do 2 separate charters with not each other anymore. So it seems like they're going to have another like 8 women on, which I feel like these women are all like splitting it, which is weird. And so like they're trying to fit as many people on to like cut costs, but like this doesn't really fit well with eight non-couple individuals, you know? Now maybe 2 of them are dating, but it sounds like it's 8 women coming on that like are just all friends. And it's like there's only so many beds. They have like rollouts. It's just like it's not comfortable. There's too many people. I don't think 8 adults should be on this boat.
She's probably not that rich, but
yeah.
I mean, she still has more money than me, I'm sure. But yeah, no way these girls are friends at the end of this charter.
Yeah.
And they want poor Marcos is a 10-course dinner, right?
I know, dude. I just really hope this isn't a repeat of like last year's rendition of Real Housewives, where like it was all about the guests, not about the crew working on a super yacht.
Yeah, I want to be about Gary and Daisy flirting, or Gary and
Yep,
Scarlett flirting. But like,
exactly.
I don't know. We'll see.
I want Scarlett in the laundry room, and Gary seems to have nothing better to do than be in the laundry room with her. That's his move, man. So
We just want to put Gary in positions to succeed, and
yeah, exactly.
that's what the season's all about.
And like this, Scarlett seems pretty amenable to Gary. So like, we're not like, this isn't like predatory or anything like that. Like, seems like Scarlett's probably going to want to hook up with Gary at some point. So
American guys are really bad at hitting on girls because they try to act like really aloof and too cool.
Yep.
And everything. And Gary's just teaching everyone like, nope, do the opposite.
Yeah, exactly.
Be really friendly, nice, and a little eager too.
Yeah.
I don't know. It works if you're him, I guess.
Exactly. Sean, I already talked about my honorable mention earlier, so I've got enough. Do you have anything else on this episode before we go into who won and who lost?
We mentioned Kelsey's, pooping, and
Yeah.
she's back doing it regularly. So good.
Good.
Tip of the cap to Kelsey.
Yeah. That whatever you take to make that happen. I'm glad that works for you. Sean, so who'd you have winning the episode here, man?
I went with Scarlett because you know what? These debut episodes, middle of the season, when you're a new crew member, are tough. Like, I think we mentioned Barnaby once. I think he's going to be mostly a background player.
Yeah.
But she just came off great in this episode. She seems cool, very level-headed. Seems like she's going to be a blast. I like that she started like flirting with Gary from the start, or was like receptive to it. And you know what? She's still the same rank as Ashley.
Yeah.
So she's still, they're both junior stews. She's got that going for her too. But like, she was born for this. Scarlett, man. John, did you pick her too?
Yeah, I did. It was kind of funny. I almost picked Barnaby too, even though we really didn't talk about him once. He just had like a good episode. He was in the right cab. Glenn gave him some kudos, but yeah, it's Scarlett. So Scarlett's also in the right cab coming home from dinner. And yeah, she just seems like, I think she genuinely just wants everybody to have good vibes, but at the same time, I think she's definitely going to want to hook up with Gary at some point. So
yeah, John, you mentioned Barnaby. He's kind of like a Colin with less screen time, where I like him. He seems good at his job. He has some funny like quips and stuff, but like he's just not. I don't know. I don't see the producers going to him too much.
Yeah. So here's the thing: like Colin's a key player, but he's a role player, and I'm glad we have him. But like, he's still he's never on the top two, right?
Yeah, right.
But we love him on the show. So, but yeah, Barnaby's kind of like a poor man's Colin. I can see that for sure.
Yeah.
Who'd you have losing the episode?
I mean, Ashley. Look, John, I feel like Ashley's gonna try to kind of cling onto her fame after this season by being like a hot girl online. Like Instagram. She'll probably get a few endorsement deals. Who knows? But like,
yeah.
And look, she's a conventionally good-looking girl. I think most guys would agree with that. And like, good luck to her. But there's always gonna be footage of her eating that pasta and vomiting, and like that's gonna be around forever. And
yeah,
so that's tough. And she didn't get a promotion either. And Gary finds her unattractive now, just due entirely to her personality. So that's I had Ashley losing. John,
Sean, I think this is the first time in history we've just both done the same people.
Unanimous.
Just such a tough look for Ashley in this episode. And like, I can respect that. Like, I think she really is going through a hard time. Listen, Ashley's got her own demons. We all know that. Like, she came on the boat, like her overconfidence, like reeked of insecurities. And, for Gary to basically like, not intentionally, but I mean, he's not, he kind of thrown her by the wayside a little bit. Right. And I think she's really hurt by that. And so she's not handling it very well at all. And I'm not going to say I don't blame Gary, but I think Ashley gets a lot of that blame